Alright, so this is the Xiaomi Mijia water dispenser, right? So this model is called a C1. It's not the latest model, but it's the model that I'm using. Okay, so this one has a 2.5 liter water tank. There's 4 buttons on top here. It's white in color. The top is a little bit of grey, and this pad is also slightly greyish lah. Okay, this is to capture all the excess water. Alright, this part, it is not airtight or anything, so small insects like ants will be able to enter the water tank. Okay, and also this is just placed on top, right? So if you have water in it, it's very easy to just lift it up and take it out, you see. So it's not advisable for you to move it together when the tank is full lah. Okay, alright, so above here you'll find 4 buttons. Okay, the buttons, each button has its own function. So I'm not sure about the model that you might buy, but the model that I bought, it's all in Chinese. The writing is in Chinese, and unfortunately I don't read Chinese, right? I can speak Mandarin though, right? So all the descriptions also are in Chinese, so I'm just gonna let you know what it means. The first button is the child lock button. The second is just for regular temperature water. The third is for warm water, and the last one, the fourth one, is for hot water. Okay, please bear in mind that this model does not heat up water to boiling temperature, which means that you cannot just put tap water in it and it will not heat up the water to boil temperature for you to drink and consume. So I would recommend that you put in drinkable water. Alright, it can be RO water, or it can be pre-boiled water that is like already warm. Don't put in hot water in it, because then it defeats the purpose, one. And secondly, it's not good for you. I guess it's plastic. I don't know how high temperature it can take. Alright, so drinkable water in it only, and then you click on it. Okay, let me just get a glass and then I'll show you how it works. Alright, so I have my glass here. Alright, I'm just going to show you again up close. These are the 4 buttons that I referred to earlier lah. Okay, child lock, normal water, warm water, hot water. Okay, so how it works is, when it comes from the box, the child lock is always activated. So this is one of the reasons why I actually made this video, because it was quite difficult for me to find how to actually disable a child lock. Okay, because my kids are very small, they are very young, they are not going to be able to reach up, so I don't want to keep unlocking the child lock whenever I use this device. So as you can see, the first button here, if you press and hold, if you press, it enables the child lock, you see. If you press and hold, disables the child lock, and then you can use the water, right? But you're going to have to keep doing it every single time, so it's quite annoying. So how you disable it is, you press and hold this child lock button until the light blinks 3 times, and you hear the beep. Now it's enabled because I already disabled mine. So if you are like this, right, every time you want to use it, you got to press and hold this child lock, then only you can use the button, and then it will turn back on again after a few seconds. If you don't want to do this, this is how you disable the child lock. Hold on, just let it start back again. Just let it be locked again, then I will show you. Okay, in the meantime, let me just set up my cup. In the meantime, let me explain to you why. One of the things that I don't really like about this device lah, this is known as a smart water dispenser, right? So you can see that when you put your cup down here and you use the water is going to splash. By the time it reaches half, all your area is going to be dirty. You're going to have coffee and tea stains here on this white surface. So what we did to counter this is, we got this small little pencil holder, and then whenever I want to put my coffee or tea, I just do it like this lah. Okay, this is how we just work through it. Because this one, it actually pours a certain amount of water. It's not like a normal thermopot where it just keeps flowing, you know. So it's supposed to be smart. So I usually leave my cup here and let it fill up to roughly where I want it, and then I go and do other things. Okay, so now you can see here, the child lock has already been enabled again. So now if I press this, it will not function. It just beeps, nothing comes out. So to disable this function, what you gotta do is you press and hold this thing until it's no more child lock. Now you can use it, but don't press it first. Press and hold again until all the 3 light blinks like this. You can hear a beeping sound. Okay, now the child lock is permanently disabled, so now you can just use it however you want. So for this water temperature, for make a tea, right, you can see if you press and let go once, it fills up only a little bit. I'm not sure how many ml is it. It just fills up to about a quarter cup. and then you press again and let go, it will fill up again another quarter cup. Alright, so this is instant hot water from a regular temperature water, right? It fills up about a quarter cup and then it stops. So this way, when you're multitasking, there's no risk of you having overflowing of water lah. Okay, but if you were to press and hold a little bit longer and then you let go, it fills up to about 250 ml. Okay, so my preference is I usually prefer to press twice lah, because I'm afraid that I might forget, because I usually multitask and I leave my cup here. So it's up to you. For you to know better, you better try it out yourself lah and see what works for you lah. So this one fills up another quarter cup, and usually this is it, I'm done. So 50 ml of liquid is what I need with my drink lah. Okay, that's all. Alright, so just to sum it all up lah, okay, just some pros and cons on these are my personal views lah, okay. So some of the pros are there's no monthly subscription. It's unlike any of those water dispenser. So you just buy it once, and I think in Malaysia now it's about 200 something ringgit. Okay, there are more advanced models in the same brand, but this I'm just talking about this one lah, 200 something ringgit. Okay, it's very minimal, it looks good, the footprint is very low, it's actually not that big, and if you really are struggling for space, you can even not use this part, so it's actually very small. Okay, apart from that, it also saves electricity, because unlike a thermopot that keeps reboiling water your entire day, I'm not sure how many times it reboils, but this guy only heats up water whenever you command it to, so that actually saves you electricity lah. Personally, when I first started using it, I noticed roughly about 20 to 30 ringgit reduction a month, if I'm not mistaken. I will check with my wife lah on this. Okay, alright, some of the cons I noticed is, as I mentioned earlier, this cup thingy lah. I wish that this part was slightly more adjustable so that the water does not splatter. Okay, it's quite obvious because it's white in color. And the second thing I would say is that the build quality is not that great, but even this price point I understand. But like these buttons, they are a little bit soft, so if you are using your nail, or if you're very used to using your nail to press it, then I believe you might face some problem lah with it, because the buttons are going to spoil. And if you don't disable the child lock part, and if the buttons spoil and you cannot unlock it, then I think you might want to consider buying a new one then, right? For a frame of reference lah, we've been using this for about 1.5 years now. So far my unit got no issue because I keep my nails short, right? So I've seen online of people complaining about this, so I'm just highlighting it here, that if you're going to use your nails to press it, then you're going to have problem lah, because the build quality is not that great. It's not really a button, it's just like a soft surface for you to press lah. Okay, I've seen this type of button in other devices before. I'm just highlighting it so that you know before you buy. But honestly, if you ask me, this is a real buy, because it's cheap, it's going to save you electricity, it does what it's supposed to do. It's good, looks good, feels good, water tastes good. I don't know, it's good, recommended.